What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on Peg City Hockey. Now, this is going to be recap reactions for Game 3 out of 82 for the Winnipeg Jets 2022-2023 season, where they win in overtime against the Colorado Avalanche, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, in a great game that showed a lot of improvement on the last game against Dallas, where we obviously lost in a not very good game, which had a lot of bad play, a lot of things wrong with it. In this game, you saw from the puck drop improved play from that game. I think a lot of it starts out with the lineup. Obviously, the lineup today was different. Not only was it different with the defense, guys like Logan Stanley coming out and Dylan Samberg coming in, but also because Nikolai Ehlers is injured. He goes out for the morning skate, does not come back, is out. He did not play tonight. And then I'm going to just call him Axel, I believe is his first name. The guy we claimed on waivers from Washington. He comes in and plays his first game with the Jets and honestly looked okay at times. Nothing special, a depth fourth liner. Leave it at that for now until I see more. But yeah, I really liked the way that this team started that first period. The first period, you know, you get a really good 1-0 goal in the power play from Sam Gagner to get things going. The Jets are looking sharp out there. They're playing good hockey. They're playing hockey that they played in the home opener against the Rangers. They're not playing the same type of style and this same type of, I don't even know what to call it, this laid-back kind of tired hockey that they were playing, I guess, in the second game against Dallas. This game looked a lot more quick, and it was that way for the entire first period. I really liked the way that both teams looked, honestly. Colorado looked very deadly out there, and it was a very entertaining first period of hockey where the Winnipeg Jets played their game to the best of their abilities and, you know, was able to keep this game close, and that's all that matters because it's a 2-0 lead for the Winnipeg Jets at the end of that game because at first period, end of the game. It ended in overtime. How could it be 2-0? Nonetheless, though, Neil Pionk blasts one right near the end of that second period, or not even near the end of the second period, right in the middle of that second period at a great goal. I honestly don't even know how to describe that goal. It was just so well drawn up. I really liked the way that Appleton passed to Pionk tonight. Obviously, that play that Appleton and Pionk made in overtime, I'm jumping ahead of myself, a prime example of the chemistry those two guys had today. And I really liked Mason Appleton. I got to give the guy shout-outs. I still think he can improve. A lot of people don't. I know that, and I understand why they think that. He is just a basic bottom sixer in the NHL. He's as basic as they come when you really look at his skill set. But I think he does have something left to offer. I think last year's development, like I've said multiple times, was really skewed on the direction that Seattle was going in, and when he got traded back to the Jets at the deadline, every game he played with the club, he got better and better, in my opinion. So I'm hoping to see Mason Appleton develop into maybe this guy we all thought he could be on that third line a few years ago before he was claimed in the expansion draft. But yeah, I really like the way that Appleton played tonight. He obviously got some top line minutes as well. Looked good up there with Scheifele and Connor. Nothing special, and it won't happen again, but he's always been this guy I've thought kind of like an Andrew Kopp, almost like he could be like an Andrew Kopp, you know, like a guy that at this point in his career, you could plug him into certain spots in the lineup in some games and he would find some chemistry, find some success. So I have no idea what Appleton's going to become, but, you know, if he can become half of good of what Kopp was for us, that, you know, Kopp was a great depth piece for us for a long time, and look at the return we got on him too. So you never know with these guys, but nonetheless, though, really liked that first period, 2-0 lead for the Winnipeg Jets. Then the second period starts up 2-1 really very, very, very quickly. You know, and it's like, okay, let's not let the game get away from ourselves. Let's get back under this, and let's play this fast-paced hockey that we have to go up against the Colorado Avalanche. And what do the Jets do? They don't do that. The Jets this game got caught on some really long shifts throughout the entire game, but it really dragged down their play in the second, in my opinion. I think they got caught out there way too many times. It really showed on the defensive play in their own end. They really got worn down very quickly. The Rantanen goal is a prime example of that, same as the second Rantanen goal. You can't allow a team this skilled to skate laps around you that many times because they're going to score eventually. They're going to wear you down. That's exactly what Colorado did tonight so successfully with Mikko Rantanen getting those 2 goals, his second and third on the season. They just wore down the Jets. Long changes, long shifts, bad changes, whatever you want to blame it on. They got to get better control under the bench, and I feel like right now with this new system and obviously with Scott Arniel there as well being the head coach right now and not with Rick Bowness, maybe there's something going on there, but they got better as we got into the third period. The third period was much better and a great turnaround, but at the end of the day, the second period, we got lucky to win this game in overtime because the second period, they could have easily run away with it. Connor Hellebuck was stellar tonight, in my opinion, throughout the entire game. Really made some key saves that kept this game close, even when it was starting to get a little out of reach, you might have thought. But the Jets were able to just maintain the pressure that and keep it where it was, for an extent in that third period. And that's why they were able to win this game. No goals scored in the third period at all. Really slowed down play. The Jets played defensive, and they really were able to, I wouldn't say get under the skin of the Avalanche, but they were able to slow them down. And I think that's what ended up winning them this game. You obviously look at that slow start with the goaltenders, with their forgetting their nets and all that. Just things like that. You might think it's nothing, it's just hockey, but things like that can have an effect on you when you play sports. And when you wear down a team as ruthless and as deadly as the Colorado Avalanche are offensively, that can have an effect on them. I'm not saying the Jets outsmarted the Colorado Avalanche tonight, because the Colorado Avalanche were incredible this game, like they are almost every night, but the Jets were able to come out here and get away with this win. They got the full 2 points, even though they would have gotten one already by getting to overtime, and at that point, that is good. I'd much rather be 2-1 than 1-1-1, so I'm happy for that, very happy for that. But yeah, this game had a lot of positives in it, and a lot of improved play, and that's what really matters. I thought Cole Perfetti tonight, getting his first of the season, was really, really good tonight. And I thought I got to point this out. I think that Wheeler and Perfetti might have some chemistry issues this season. I'm just going to put that out there right now. It's just a random prediction. Their passing schemes are too similar, and they fight over who gets to pass and on what entry and whatnot. Like, Wheeler's not entering with the zone as much with the puck, which is good, and making those first passes, but sometimes Wheeler is just making passes that Perfetti is in a better spot to make, and I feel like as the season progresses, if those two remain line mates, that could really affect their chemistry. I don't want to jinx anything. I hope they can get that under control, but I feel like that just might be old man Wheels, and I've heard rumors that Perfetti is not very tight with Wheeler, so again, those are just rumors floating around, but that's not a good look in my opinion, but I'm not going to overreact to that, because, they still won the game, and Perfetti got his first goal of the season, and Wheeler assisted on it, and Dubois, that entire line contributed on that goal, so you can't really complain with that. I like that. I like the way that the top six played tonight. Again, no Nikolai Ehlers and Appleton jumping in there. Mark Scheifele still looked really good. Had some really, really good zone entries. Just some missed tips, some good shots. Same with Kyle Connor. Really like the way they played tonight. And obviously, Kyle Connor, he's so deadly out there. But this season, already early on, he's showing that he has other skill. I feel like he's going to use a lot more. I'm not saying he's not going to score as many goals, but I feel like we're going to see a more developed Kyle Connor offensively in a way we might have not seen before in the past. I really think he's coming into his own. Last year was his real breakout year offensively, and then this year is where he's going to completely grow that game from last year, because I really like the way he played tonight, and you can look at guys on the Avalanche and kind of compare them to Kyle Connor and their skill set, and look at the stages that they took in their game as seasons went on and where they were, and I really think that you could see Kyle Connor explode onto this year, as well as I do with Nikolai Ehlers, if he can stay healthy. I said that in the opening to this season, is that Nikolai Ehlers getting his first real look at the top line is great for this franchise, but you got to stay healthy, bud. So, we were serviceable tonight up there with Appleton jumping in and Gagne at times, but, that can't be something long-term. Ehlers has got to get back and be healthy and stay in the lineup, because you got to be able to win games like this early on in the season. The Jets have a tough schedule, and you come into Colorado. In Colorado, you play a great game. You get a point against a Central Division rival that's going to be on top of you almost all season long in the standings, so to get points on them early, especially the full 2, is going to help them in the standings down the line. Trust me, it will. You look at how many points the Jets missed out in the playoffs last year, and then you look at these easy losses that they had last year, that affects them, and that follows you to the end of the season. Games like this, winning them in the clutch, that's going to be really important as things progress, especially if the Jets are in a wild card game. Really a lot to see in here that I like tonight. And yeah, the only thing I had to really gripe on tonight, I think, is that you got to get better line changes in and watch your shift management and control and length, because you can't have guys out there for as long as you did, especially the top line being stranded out there, having to play defense that long. They're not going to be able to keep up with it. It's not even that they're not good players. Even if they're giving your all, you can only give your all for so much until you're completely gassed, so you got to get those under control. But other than that, I really liked this game. I thought there was a lot of positives in it and a lot of improved play from that Dallas game. So obviously the next game on Saturday, will be against the Toronto Maple Leafs, another huge test. So that will be the big first game of the season, the big marquee game to start the year, in my opinion. I know the Rangers home opener was huge, but playing the Leafs, the team that it's always who's the best team in Canada, right? And it's obviously the Leafs going into this year, and Calgary with that argument as well, in Edmonton. But the Jets need to get up there and play a tough game against the Leafs, and you know, and tonight's a good step in the right direction for that matchup on Saturday. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new, regardless of the team that you root for. Follow all the links down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the other affiliated stuff down there as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I said that 3 times, and that's usually when I stop saying it, but I'll say it for a 4th time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! And I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Take care. Have a great rest of your night.